What's going on, y'all? Shout out Demon.
That Wayne.
And Danielle DeMille.
Cool. So, we're starting off. We're about to get into some spoilers about this Captain America movie.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We gonna start off with that?
Fucking right.
Oh, dude, that movie
was great.
Nuts, dude.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? You give it 9?
Because it's not, there's never a perfect movie.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Damn you, sorry bastard. You just hate everything.
That movie's terrible.
That movie's terrible. You
Mind
like
you,
it?
I saw this movie with him.
Alright.
What?
What didn't you like about it, Batwing?
Batman. Let me tell you. That movie.
He was like, there wasn't a near enough Falcon.
He hates everything. So
I hate everything. The only
thing he don't hate is Spider-Man and Ferris. You're Furious. My bad.
Ferris.
Furious.
I like Ferris too.
No,
it's cool.
no.
But like, no, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, I would give it. Alright, if I were to rate it, it's definitely. I don't know which one is better. The first Captain America or the second one?
The second one for sure.
The second one's better.
If we put it between all superhero movies right now, we gotta put it on that kind of scale.
Are we talking about all the singles?
All superhero movies. Period.
All the superhero movies.
Like
all.
Marvel, DC.
Yes, all. Because we got to think about this. Like,
okay.
What the movie that put superhero movies on the fucking map.
Okay,
anyway,
so what would be the worst?
Was X? Yeah, was X.
So we got to figure out what's the worst superhero movie.
Daredevil.
Huh?
Daredevil.
Daredevil?
Yeah.
Really?
Daredevil was pretty bad.
I mean, as a first movie.
Duck.
Oh, we're not going that far back, man.
I was the duck.
We're not going that far back.
It doesn't exist.
All right, worse than.
You can say
honestly,
that
like if we had to say
not
really,
Man of Steel,
really
but the Superman movie right before that was
any
shitty.
Superman Returns was pretty fucking shitty. All right,
you ain't like Man of Steel?
Man of Steel was
because we gotta because we have to set this precedent. We have to set it right, so we have to figure out what's the worst super and like if it, a zero. What super?
Zero.
Yeah, what superhero? Are you sure? Because I was thinking like the second Punisher movie.
Warzone, where you like punch that dude's face in?
Okay, I do like the first one. I do like the first one better than the second.
Yeah. He defied the world's physics and punched a man's face in.
Okay.
How far back do we want to go?
I don't know, man.
Look, if we can go that far back, we can just go ahead and say Howard the Duck.
Or no. Because I'm also thinking of like Batman and Robin.
Shit, goddamn, dude.
Because those were
nobody likes that movie.
Nope.
I like the movie.
You like those movies? What the hell?
Batman and Robin with Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. I liked it.
It was alright.
It was a decent movie.
All right.
It wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst.
The one with George Clooney.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
All three of them were George Clooney.
All three of them.
No, it was Val Kilmer.
What was the one with Jack Nicholson?
That was Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
that
was Michael Keaton.
It's Michael Keaton.
But I loved all of the old
Kilmer,
Batman movies.
I don't
like Batman as a person.
Huh?
Which one was Don Kilmore?
Don Kilmore.
Don, what the fuck is his name?
Val Kilmer?
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
He was Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Batman and Robin, and then George Clooney was Batman Forever.
Okay.
Which I actually think Batman and Robin was even better than Batman Forever.
Really?
Yeah, because you had Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face and Jim Carrey as Riddler.
Yeah.
And that's why fucking worked.
He played the Riddler.
Yeah.
I thought Jim Nicholson was in that one. I don't know why. The one with the Riddler, I thought.
But everybody hates that Batman and Robin movie. I don't know why.
I hate Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
Batman Forever,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll give. But like Batman and Robin, I mean like Riddler. That's it.
All right.
I honestly can't remember because I mixed.
Because they had two Batman and Robin movies.
I'll literally mix.
It was really just
one.
Oh shit.
Because you have Batman the movie.
Yeah.
All right, and that was the one with the Joker.
That's the one I keep mixing with Batman and Robin. So I can forget about like how bad Batman and Robin is.
So you have the original Batman, which is Michael Keaton, the Joker, Jack Nicholson. You have Batman Returns, which is Catwoman and the Penguin. Okay. Yeah,
you got bullshit.
Nah, I didn't like that one.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't like that.
How do you not like that one?
I didn't like that one. Dude, nah, it's not the worst movie I've seen.
But you know what I didn't like about it? The way they had Catwoman. She literally fucking died, came back. It's this bullshit. I was like, fuck is this?
But honestly, the reason I like those because A, they were directed by Tim Burton. B, Michael Keaton played a badass Batman.
Yeah, he did.
Of course.
And then the other one is Danny DeVito was perfect as a penguin. And then Michelle Pfeiffer was a pretty good Catwoman.
Even though I didn't like that fucking suit. The suit was terrible. She was
the suit was Tim Burton.
But whatchamacallit suit was way worse.
Whose?
Fucking shit. Storm's black. Catwoman.
Yeah.
Storm's Catwoman.
Catwoman.
I forgot her goddamn name.
Don't get me wrong. She was
hot, but it was like,
goddamn.
It's like, okay, so she gonna beat some dudes in some heels.
I know. Well, alright, so you have those two movies, but honestly, I think those are probably one of the best Batman movies. And then you have Batman and Robin, which was...
That must have been a wrong-ass movie.
What? Batman and Robin?
Because I don't remember all them characters. I remember Iceman being in that movie.
No. Iceman is in Batman Forever.
Batman Forever was the one with Iceman, Poison
Ivy. Robin was in that movie too, right?
Yeah, he was in it.
That's what I'm saying. It was...
Yeah, he was
Robin
also
was in both those. Okay.
But
I know it wasn't two Batman Robin.
Look, Batman Forever had Batgirl.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And
remember the motorcycle race?
Yeah.
And if you remember, that was Alicia Silverstone, dude. That was a terrible... Okay, alright, so which one's the worst comic book movie?
Are we going back
We can keep talking about Batman all day, but none of those as bad as the Superman movies.
Yeah, of course not.
Literally every
Returns
fucking
was pretty
Superman
garbage,
movie.
man. I ain't gonna lie.
All up until Man of Steel, all those were shitty.
Alright, how about Steel? The Shaq Superman. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Well, go on.
Is that really a superhero?
Yeah, that's Steel.
I did, but
that was the Black Superman.
Oh man,
what that was.
Referred to as Black Superman. It was just a dude. I don't know.
That was a dude that was taking up the mantle for Superman.
Yeah, Superman died.
Yeah.
He's one of the people that came around. It was like, oh, I'm Superman.
I don't even want to.
After Superman
that doesn't even like.
It's. I don't think it's.
I can't even put that in a
superhero movie. That's a superhero movie.
I can't do it.
It definitely is.
Just like what is it?
Oh, you know what was pretty damn. Oh, Spirit would be a really good contender for the worst.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, that was horrible, dude. See, the thing is, I had high hopes for it, right? Because Frank Miller was directing it.
I was like, oh yeah.
You had Scarlett Johansson and Eva Mendes in it, and you had Samuel L. in it, and you were like, all right, yeah, this is gonna be fucking good. And then you watched it, and you were like,
hold on, what Green Hornet are we talking about?
No, we're talking about the Spirit. This is the Spirit.
Okay.
And it's a little different. Yeah, it was. You watched that movie, man, and the script is all kinds of fucked.
The only really good part of that movie, which was also pretty bad itself, was when the Spirit literally beat the shit out of Samuel L. Jackson for 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He was on top of it,
and that was still bad.
Shit out of his
and it was still bad.
It lasted so long. Literally, he was just going. Punching the shit out of
the thing is, the Spirit.
And then he slowed down and he picked it back up. I was like, the fuck?
The Spirit.
He got tired and he was like, nope.
Yep.
Yeah. The Spirit was the first time I saw a movie where it made me believe that Frank Miller was just a one-trick pony.
Damn.
I was just like, no, man. If that's the only thing Frank Miller is capable of, fuck this noise. He's just, at that point I thought Frank Miller's just the same shit over and over and over again. And that literally broke my spirit of Frank Miller, dude. Because beforehand, I thought Frank Miller was the shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sin
City and fucking Dark Knight Returns. And, I was just like, yeah.
He's just
and
a gritty motherfucker.
Yeah, and then I saw that movie and I was like, and he had complete creative control and all that shit. And he just fucked it.
Y'all excited about New Sim City coming back?
Yes. Yeah. Because Robert Rodriguez is a part of it. As long as Robert Rodriguez is a part of it, I'm good.
Cool.
Because did you ever see Machete?
No, I didn't see.
Oh yeah, I gotta see
Good
those.
movie.
They're
I
fucking.
didn't see the second one.
They're retired as fuck.
Also,
Don't get me wrong,
fun
they're
fact, I
retired.
never saw Sin City.
Really?
What? You gotta watch that one, man.
I do want to watch
Seen it in
eventually, but
pieces.
I
haven't seen it completely,
Oh man,
but I've
you
seen
gotta
it in
see it.
pieces.
I mean, have y'all read the comic book?
No.
I heard about it. I know there's a difference between. There's a lot of differences between the comic and the movie. So.
Well, I mean, for the
They do pretty good,
the way they tell it,
Yeah.
there's differences, but I mean, they stick to the core
pretty-
material pretty strictly. It's pretty damn good. Like
Yeah.
I would encourage to read it and then watch the movie,
Yeah.
because then if you read it, you kind of know the narrative, and then the
Right.
movie's just gonna be like, okay, they're just piecing this together.
Yeah.
But now they're coming out with the next one, which will, and like I said, they don't go according to the books, like consecutive order. So at least you'll know what's going on, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was a damn good movie. But yeah, I would definitely put The Spirit at 0.
Well, we gotta come to a conclusion. Like, we can't. We're all saying at least 3 different movies at
All
the
right, all
bottom.
right. So so you haven't seen The Spirit.
Yeah.
No.
All right, you've seen The Spirit
Yeah,
though.
I saw The Spirit.
I've seen The Spirit.
Yeah.
It's a pretty shitty movie, bro.
Nowhere. This movie went nowhere.
Oh, that movie was just
Which I'm
bad,
fine with
dude.
saying that's the shittiest movie.
This is
Because I ain't seen it. I'm just
you're
fine with saying it.
You're just gonna have to trust us
Yeah.
on this one.
Spirit was pretty fun.
Alright, and then if we were gonna say at number 10, what would be at 10?
What would be a 10?
A 10 comic book movie.
A 10?
That's been out.
Damn,
We
I don't
can
know.
we can honestly, I mean, like,
I
as
don't
much
like going
as, like,
backwards.
if we say what's a 10, I mean, like, I don't want to throw it up there because we do overhype it a lot, but, like, Dark Knight, like, you know, Returns.
Oh, okay. The Returns, yes.
The Returns?
Sure. The Returns
Okay.
can be in my top 10. Sure.
Okay.
I thought you were about to say.
I was either gonna say that one or the Avengers. Only because
Avengers was pretty
Well,
good.
and the only reason I say that
Really?
because they do it so right. If they
Okay.
didn't do it right, then I
Yeah.
would have said fuck it.
Yeah.
But they
10?
did. Yeah.
No shit.
Because
That's higher up
if
on my
I did-
list.
well,
If I
only
give it-
because here you have a movie for the first time taking all those franchises,
Yeah.
bringing them together, and not fucking it up.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the main thing for me. It didn't fuck it up.
Which
And-
should be
Right.
higher on the mantle, no?
No. I mean, like, honestly, in my opinion,
Because
like,
you gotta think about
Avengers-
this now.
If we do Avengers, like, I don't like doing
'Cause
half.
remember,
I don't
we're
like doing
talking-
halfies, but I give Avengers like an 8.5.
Because remember,
You
we're
gotta think
talking
about
about
it now.
comic book movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if the movie doesn't stick to the original comic, then it kind of lowers
I
it.
do,
Yeah.
I do understand that.
You know.
But
No,
this
talking about
movie
Green Lantern and all this.
is going to bring out all the other combined superhero movies,
right.
in a sense.
But in
like
its
that,
own
since they
movie.
did it so good,
Yeah.
they're about to bring out all
So
these
why does
other.
this
Yeah.
standalone hero do so much better?
Why
Which
does
is
a standalone hero do so
Yeah.
much better? What you mean?
Batman.
Because everybody loves Batman.
But everybody loves Iron Man.
what Iron Man.
That's the thing.
Damn.
That's the thing about Iron Man. Like the general audience didn't know about Iron Man.
Yeah, they had no
Fuck you,
idea.
Not all people did. But like the general populace knows more about Batman than they would Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's why his movies were so much popular.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what
and,
it is.
And the only reason I'm basing off of that criteria because if we're talking about a comic book movie, right? We gotta talk about whether or not the movie sticks to the source material because that's important to us nerds, right?
Yeah.
And shit, all these movies can't.
But that's the thing. It has to.
You would have to get the closest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the reason the Spirit sits at 0 because it did not stick to the original comic whatsoever. It was just Frank
I
Miller
may have
going.
not even known about the original comic, but whatever was on that.
I read the original comic, dude.
Because like from the gist of what I got, he was a cop.
He was a
He
cop?
was a dead cop, right?
Well, he was a cop that was killed,
Yeah, right.
and then he comes back as like a vengeance spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Iron, was it Ghost Rider?
But like the look of the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
the way he was kind of portrayed, just all kinds of just. All kinds
And then
of
like I figured that out, like the villain that he's supposed to fight, he never had a fucking face.
Yeah, exactly.
He
So
just
you know, it was
somebody.
just
like he was
it
on
was
some
just.
Inspector Gadget shit.
And then
Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, and
was
then
a black
Frank Miller
guy.
decided to throw in crazy Frank Miller shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, And that's why it sits at 0 for me, because not only did it not stick to the original material, it had shitty writing. The actors were good.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off.
Yeah,
the actors were really good.
It was good.
So it was basically just a script.
The story made no
and the director,
fucking sense.
the script
Literally,
and the
that
director.
story made no fucking sense.
No.
Scarlett Johansson, god damn.
Oh, god damn,
man.
Scarlett Johansson.
I never loved a blonde woman. What?
I even love her more as a redhead.
Dude,
Obviously.
It was like, spoiler alert, weakness for me to some women are glasses. If you can pull off glasses, she pulls off glasses so great in that movie.
Speaking of Scarlett, have y'all seen the Lucy trailer?
Yeah,
yes.
Great.
That looks awesome.
It's limitless times 5
exactly.
million.
Exactly.
And that's my greatest. That's one of my favorite movies.
Limitless is
today,
movie.
till this day, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's not comic book related.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
See, even though like Lucy goes a little bit more far fetched.
Yeah, it
like,
goes way out there. Like she's like
you get the ability to
like she's doing like some Magneto bullshit.
Like
not
if you
only
unlock
that, like
all
she
your
could,
brain parts, you just start
some
getting
Xavier bullshit. Yeah,
like she was
you're a
able
mutant
to
basically.
change the way she looked and change the shape of her
some
hair.
mutant shit. Yeah,
like she turned into
or she's the Inhuman.
The plug-in in the Marvel universe.
But yeah, it's gonna be a great movie.
But yeah,
back to this Cap.
But yeah, we
way off. Let's just stop.
Okay,
where are you putting this on your list?
If I had
where are you putting this movie?
Like,
in your top 10?
If I did this Cat movie, this Cat would get like an 8 from me, 8.5.
No. Like, where are you putting this on your list of movies?
List of movies?
Yeah, like you're like. Because for me,
I have a very list of movies.
Yeah, I gotta
superhero movies.
Alright,
superhero movies, not regular movies. Just superhero movies.
Superhero movies, I put it on
comic
the
book
same
movies
level.
or comic book movies because there's more. Than
I would put it on the same level as the first Iron Man and the first Captain America. It was better than the first Captain America, yes, but it was kind of like. It was like a mixture between the first Iron Man and the first Captain America because it had that action. Yeah. It had the story. The story was fucking awesome.
I can give it that.
It was good for his origin story, so it was.
I thought the first Captain America was awesome.
It was pretty. I don't know. I guess like to me, it just seemed pretty bland.
It was slow. It was kind of slow.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? The only reason I liked it because the director did a really good job in capturing that time period. Yeah. He just did. He did it perfectly.
But see, I guess like I'm tired of it because like I used to look at that time period all fucking time playing first person shooters way back then. Since they always basically went through fucking
World War One,
II,
or some shit.
And I was like,
I
hate looking at World War II.
But the guy that directed the first one,
good,
the guy that directed the first one is the same guy that directed Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he did. Which Rocketeer is another technically comic book movie.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Just didn't know.
But I would definitely put it. I would give it definitely like a. I'm with him probably like an 8.5, 9, somewhere around there.
I gave it a 9.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, but
there's never gonna be a perfect movie.
Yeah, a perfect movie's tough. Like even The Avengers is like a 9.5.
But that's weird when I was because I questioned your like 10 spot because like I've been watching AMC, the AMC people talk about it, and they was having a. Like a March movie madness, pretty much.
Yeah.
They started with 32 movies, comic book movies, and they got down to like the greatest movie ever, which they haven't gotten to yet. But the last two were Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, and it was Avengers. Like that was the two best movies, ever.
Yeah. Well,
superhero,
but you have to remember.
No, Dark Knight with Joker.
Avengers.
Dark Knight Returns.
Here's the thing. Avengers was the first time.
Oh yeah, it is Returns. No,
Avengers was the first time.
There was Dark Knight Begins. Dark Knight Returns.
It was Batman.
Well, Batman Begins.
And it was
Batman
Dark Knight.
Returns. Batman Dark Knight. Whatever.
It was.
I don't remember.
It was Batman Begins and then Dark Knight.
Yeah, they just called it Dark Knight.
It was just Dark Knight. Well, whatever. Dark Knight was still pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
it was good.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I was saying. That's what I meant to say.
Out of them two movies,
Dark Knight, I don't want to put that too high.
Avengers better for
still
me.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Avengers, and here's the reason why. Avengers was the first time a comic book movie met the hype that I had in my head. It was just like, Cause I was ready for this movie, dude.
Right.
I was itching for it, and the moment I went to go see it, I was like,
You just like, yes,
yeah,
yes.
they fucking did it.
Yes.
I'm good to go. Yeah, it was. It just met it. Now, granted, the story wasn't the best.
Yeah, see,
I will say that right off the bat.
This is how I feel about it. Like when I saw The Dark Knight, that was probably like for a while that was probably my favorite movie.
Yeah,
and I had to go watch it. It was like literally
and it wasn't
like,
because of Batman. That's the
it
thing.
was
Like,
that was the thing.
people will tell you that movie
is
is no.
You don't think it was a story?
People will tell you, and they will be like, "Dark Knight, the shit." You know why? Joker. It's always gonna be Joker. It's always gonna be Heath Ledger.
Well, here's the
He
thing.
made that movie.
He played a big role in it.
He made that movie.
But here's the thing. This is the thing I've always questioned about The Dark Knight.
Yeah. This
okay.
is the same. I bet it's gonna be the same thing.
Is it good because of the Joker, because of Heath Ledger, or is it good because the Joker and Heath Ledger and he died?
That's the same thing I.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He played an awesome character.
But is it more of the fact that because literally right after he died,
he was dead?
I don't think that would have changed my opinion. It probably changed.
think
it was pretty good, but like, dude, there were people blowing it up. There was like, oh man, he was the best actor ever.
Yeah,
and he passed.
Which wasn't
right
true.
After that
Which
shit.
wasn't true.
I was like,
he wasn't the best actor ever.
No, he wasn't.
No.
And that's the other thing. People are like, oh, this is the character that killed him. And it was just like, he had to dive into the Joker persona so much.
You're trying to study this character, and you go
like,
clinically insane.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Exactly.
But
that was the problem. That was the problem.
I love that movie because of him.
Yeah, I mean,
he
played a bad.
If they would have took him out that movie and put any other character in there, I wouldn't like the movie as much. I wouldn't like the movie.
I'll give you that.
Which goes into Dark Knight Rises. I didn't like the movie because of Bane.
No, you know you love that.
I did not like
you
that.
love that Bane. You know.
I love the luchador. Give me my black and white mask.
Exactly.
Yes. I want my luchador.
Venom ups. Luchador speaking Spanish Bane.
I don't want no asthma hound. Yeah, I just don't want I don't want a guy with asthma. I want a dude that's gonna be able to.
I want a luchador.
Fuck.
Which the action scenes were great.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever action scenes.
What action scenes they did have.
Yeah.
That whole movie was like. It was weird because they're trying to be like one of those fucking. I like to say political thrillers, but it's not really political. They're trying to talk more to you as opposed to give you action. It's trying to make you think a lot more. It was like this is how it reminds me of like the first Star Trek movie. There was a lot of talking in it.
Okay.
But it went together because that's literally what Star Trek was.
Yeah, I know.
They try to make Batman something a little bit different. They try to put in the same.
Well, they try to get into
but they try to give a villain whose sole purpose was fucking shit up,
basically
a different purpose.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, it was like, how do I put it?
I mean, we can talk about this all day. Bane's not smart.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
He was always
just
a thug, a henchman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he was.
But this is the part that annoyed me. It had the potential to be fucking awesome. Because you had Batman coming out of retirement. Mm-hmm. You had a sidekick, technically, that could have become Tim Drake.
Yeah.
That could have become Robin.
Dick Grayson or Tim Drake.
Yeah.
The cop.
The cop. You had Selena Kyle, which could have been a lot better. You had and you had Al Rango's daughter, which could have been a contender for a really good love triangle.
Which they fucked that up too.
And they fucked it all up. And so I was just like, I saw that movie, and then the whole thing.
People love that movie.
I fucking hate that. I don't hate that movie. I'm deeply disappointed.
That movie was a mess.
Deeply.
You know what we don't talk about? We don't talk about Wolverine Origins, which was.
I didn't see that.
That was pretty horrible.
Well,
hold on.
We don't talk about
You might be a little biased.
Yeah, you might be a little biased about it.
You might be a little biased.
I mean, that's your boy.
I was hella... Now, mind you...
You was so happy when he went in there.
Mind you, I was excited up until that point
where
they showed him as Deadpool.
Have you heard the new news as well?
Yeah,
they're talking about a movie again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's gonna have the same mouth, no.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Bro, shut up. Like Barakapool. Like, yo.
Barakapool.
But I heard about all the spin-offs they want to do.
But the thing is, Wolverine Origins
We don't talk about X-Men 3 either.
It could have been worse. Wolverine Origins could have been a lot worse.
X-Men 3 was all a dream.
X-Men 3
they cleared that up
never happened.
In the movie.
Okay.
Never,
he woke up.
But the thing is, honestly, X-Men 3 wasn't that bad until you got to the whole Jean Grey Phoenix stuff.
Yeah.
Because then it was just
no. Because, killing off Cyclops is dumb.
Yeah, they kind of did. But that was the introduction of the Phoenix.
Shit. What was the other... What was before that part of the movie? I don't remember nothing before that. I just don't.
They were just getting started.
That's that was the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah. X3 was another one of those movies that just did not live up to the hype. Because at the end of X2, you saw the Phoenix flying over that water, and you were just like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was just like...
They just fucked it up.
And here's the thing. Did they ever show the Firebird in X3? They never showed it, did they?
I don't remember that movie. I burned that movie.
I don't remember seeing a Firebird not once in that movie.
That movie
I guess not.
I never saw the Phoenix. I never saw
the
Phoenix.
Angel was awesome.
I don't remember anything.
Kinda awesome. It was also weird that Nightcrawler left for some odd reason. He just wasn't in the third movie.
Alan Cummins just did not want to do it anymore. He was just like after X2, fuck it.
And he played a pretty
not
a big role, but he played a good
he played a good Nightcrawler.
An important role. Yeah, he played a somewhat important role.
He could have been a little bit more happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, he wasn't as happy.
He wasn't. He was kind of really depressing to a degree.
But then again, they had just got him from where he was.
But then again, we're talking about Bryan Singer X-Men Universe.
Yeah.
Which is nothing like it should be.
True. True.
Oh, man, I read something on the net the other day, and I posted it on my wall, and it was this dude, I forgot his name, and he said, if we're going to be honest, guys, if it wasn't for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Bryan Singer would have never touched a comic book movie.
Oh,
again.
hell yeah.
He said because every time you talk to Bryan Singer's like, oh, I don't know much about the comic books, but... I don't know much about the comics, but... I was like, oh, you motherfucker. How do you not...
Because you don't know.
I want to stomp you because you just don't know, and yet you keep making these
good movies.
Yeah.
He did Superman Returns, dude.
Did he?
Yeah, that was him.
Huh?
No, but that was him. He really brought it all back with X-Men.
With X-Men and X-Men 2, that's what I'm saying.
It nullifies fucking Superman.
Because he did, those two movies were good.
Those movies were good, but they were not...
Okay, well, yeah, whatever.
Just wanna... Okay, I like Bryan Singer because he brought the superhero movies into the foreground, right?
Yeah, yes.
He's the one. He led the way. He led the way. I hate him because the motherfucker just could not stick to a goddamn comic to save his life. He was like, oh, I like this cut. I check it out, guys. I got this story. Let's take this character and put it in, and this character, and this character looks cool. Let's put him in. It's like, oh, you motherfucker! How dare you?
The good origin story they had. First class. That was great.
First class. And then,
speaking of that too, I want to talk about this because I heard about the spinoffs and stuff.
Right.
Would you like to see a Magneto movie? A solo Magneto movie? Because I was thinking about
his time back in.
That's why I was like, mind you, they don't have to do his origin because they did it already.
But they are gonna show you. They're gonna give you a rehab.
But it wouldn't be a boring movie. It would just be a really slow ass movie. I don't know.
Fuck, he's just gonna terrorize humans.
It'd be like his comic book. He's just going around fucking things up.
Battery makes a good point, dude. Because quite frankly.
That's why I'm asking you, would you like to see one?
Well, see, the thing is, in the X-Men Days of Future Past, they're going to be kind of showing what he's been up to.
Yeah.
In between, him crippling Xavier and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, making it his own. They're going to be Michael Fassbender's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
I don't think Magneto's a character that can just be carried like that.
Yeah. Even by Michael Fassbender.
Like Wolverine, yes. He's got a long ass history. You could even do Jean Grey.
Yeah.
I would kind of want to see
all accumulated to
maybe,
finish point. Wow.
Yeah.
And we get a new X-Men 3.
I would want to see kind of what they're doing with Jean Grey now.
Yeah. I mean, but they wouldn't do that though. You know they're not doing that.
Yeah. This is what continues to piss me off. Bryan Singer gave us an X-Men universe.
Yeah.
That was not the X-Men.
Yeah.
And then every movie past that point has been building off of that foundation. It
has.
And that's what pissed me off.
People love it.
I hate that.
People love it.
I hate it.
That's
like,
why it's so fucking
That's the thing
successful.
too. You're about to come out. Well, down the line, X-Force is coming out.
Successful.
Yeah.
Down the line,
1 and 2 made it so damn successful that they forgot. They didn't care for any continuality of what it's based off of. Because that's the world it's in is like pretty fucking like we have to take this into consideration each time. When they make these movies, they're going to modernize them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So they basically modernized X-Men. And they did it to a point where it was in an era where it was...
But they didn't only modernize X-Men. They took X-Men and they were like, fuck it, we're going to give them whatever origins we want.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we're going to make Scott's younger brother older than him.
Yeah.
And we're going to make Rogue a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And we're going to take Jean Grey and we're going to give her a split personality.
Yeah, she was a teen when she got in, so...
What?
Yeah,
Rogue?
Rogie?
Well, technically all of them were teens in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then they made Scott, Jean, Wolverine, and Storm older than all the other characters.
Oh yeah.
And technically, if you look
pretty
at the
fucking
comics,
old,
pretty fucking old. And then if you take the original X-Men team in the comics, which is Scott, Jean, Iceman, Angel, and Beast. And now, according to the X-Men universe,
Iceman was younger than them, huh?
Yeah, he was a lot younger than them. And then Bobby.
Well, then again, Bobby does always act like a child, so it's kind of like
what you mean?
But the thing is, according to the X-Men universe, the movie X-Men universe, Beast is older than Scott and Jean.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck?
Because at the time, he was the youngest member in the original.
Yeah. In the original, he was one of the youngest ones. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
no, he was the youngest in the original.
Yeah, you're probably right. It was either him or Bobby, because Bobby was pretty damn young. Yeah. But but that's just it. You just don't.
Yeah.
And don't get
I mean,
modernizing it.
Are we really gonna be like, let's throw these kids in these movies and be like,
they did it.
Kid X-Men?
Well, they did it with. They did it with.
I want you to go find me some giant 13-year-olds, okay?
Well, they did it with Smallville. Can't be that damn hard.
I mean, but where you're coming from, like, you can get teenagers to play these roles. Not like 13-year-olds.
But they gotta be fucking good. Because this is the thing with y'all.
Well, I mean, not only that.
Train them to do this.
Well, not
acting as a kid is...
What was X-Men?
Start them at 18.
Look, the only way they work, if we really want to chronicle that, you can look at every fucking Harry Potter movie. If you really want to chronicle how a child actor is, we can look at every Harry Potter movie. Those kids they sold their life. A couple years of their life.
What kid wouldn't want to sell their life?
Seriously.
When that shit's over, they're billions.
Billions. Tired of that bullshit. There was like 13, I think the
only person that's mad is fucking Harry himself, because he can't play no other role but Harry fucking Potter. That's the only person that's mad.
Character. Yeah.
I mean, like, but he can't play nothing else.
But no, they were like 14. By the time they finished that shit, they were like 18,
20.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so if we look at that and look at the progression from like their acting in the first movie, because like first Harry, it was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, he was pretty terrible.
And then like as it went on, So do you really want to take a kid again and be like, we need this?
If we already take an actor at 18, a young actor at 18,
you can't keep doing the bullshit where we like these 20-year-olds 18-year-olds playing 14-year-olds. It doesn't work like
well,
that.
But the thing is, the X-Men weren't that young in the beginning. In the beginning, they were like 16,
15.
Make them 18. That's fine.
That's fine. 18-year-olds, go right on ahead. I mean, look at X-Men First Class.
I mean, yeah, okay. We don't have to start them way back. But yeah, we gotta
see, and whenever X-Men First Class,
that's why First Class made me so mad.
Yeah. It
could have been perfect. The original X-Men. Perfect. At an age, it would have been great.
They could have erased everything that Bryan Singer did wrong.
Great.
They could have done it.
What are you talking about?
That's his movie,
Xavier had to walk.
No, that was something Vaughn.
What are you talking about? Xavier had to walk.
Because I swore he was coming back.
Well, he's coming back for this one.
For this one, right?
But the one First Class was something Vaughn. Something K.
But yeah,
Vaughn.
Xavier had to walk. And he had to be the same age as his people. He had to be the same age as his mutants.
Technically, Xavier's a little bit older, as well as Magneto. They're
a little older.
In First Class, they're older than the team.
Like 22. Chill out.
Yeah.
Those kids were like 19.
But that and fuck my life. It was just, it could have been...
Oh, Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn, that's his name. Yeah. And it could have been a lot...
And then like fucking Mystique knowing Charles at a young age.
Yeah, and Mystique being a good guy and all this shit. I don't know. I don't know.
Been like,
it could have been...
was she always bad though?
No, she's always just been one of those people. She had her own agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not really good or bad.
She grew up in a bad home.
Yeah.
And so therefore she turned to a life of
Yeah.
what she ended up turning into.
Exactly.
Okay, he did kick ass.
Yeah. So, I mean, First Class had the chance to right all the wrongs.
Yeah, they could have done that perfect.
Do it.
They couldn't right all the wrongs.
They could
have fixed that. They could have fixed all that shit.
All of it. They could have just said, this is just a fucking reboot.
We're rebooting the whole series. Wow.
Yeah,
all this shit does not happen.
Why not? Because
remember after 3? Like, no.
Yeah, because usually after a trilogy, they reboot.
Yeah.
X-Men First Class, I thought was gonna be the reboot, and they were gonna do it right. And then they were like, "Oh no, we're just gonna build off of the last 3 trilogies." Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, because they want to set up Days of Future Past.
Yeah, but they could have done. I mean, they could have done Days of Future Past.
Nope, they gotta set it up with this
motherfucker.
They
could have done a completely different...
Fuck up a bunch of shit.
They could have done a completely different saga.
What are you talking about? See, this is the whole thing. This is what you're not realizing, though. Everything that we witness right now, all these X-Men movies, they're an alternate reality.
Yeah, they have to be. Because otherwise...
That's all you have to tell yourself.
This is
it's not even that. It's Wolverine going back to the past, changing something to where all that shit never happened. No. That's all it is. It's time travel.
Well, they keep talking about Apocalypse too.
Yeah.
And apparently whatever's gonna happen here is gonna happen in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So, or it's gonna find some way to transfer over.
Unless they change his height.
I just say, man, they just. The X-Men movies, I love them, but I hate them to death. All at the same damn time.
They're so good, they're bad.
They were good for what they were.
They were good for what they were.
Movies.
Yes. Yeah, movies.
They were good for movies.
They were superhero movies, and they opened the door to everything.
Yeah.
Wait, what came out first, Spider-Man or X-Men? X-Men and then Spider-Man. See, that's another thing. Like, do you remember whenever X-Men came out? And Bryan Singer was like, "Oh, spandex would never work on a movie." Yada yada yada. And then Spider-Man came out, and it was like, it did fucking great. You had a guy in spandex the entire time. It was like,
look at the spandex.
You kind of want to look at Bryan Singer like, really? For real?
Even had a little scene about it.
Did he bring the spandex in the second movie anyway?
Huh?
In the X-Men 2?
Nah, he always put them in leather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were all in leather. They were all leathered out.
Spidey was all in that spandex.
Hell yeah, he was rocking that leotard, dude. Yeah. He did not give any fucks.
Even in the elevator.
Yeah, even in the elevator.
They need more scenes like that about Spider-Man. I don't think they capture Spider-Man right in a lot of phases. Like, they try to put him... I get it, they touch on a lot of his serious aspects, but, like, comedy wise. I think that's what it needs. You need a good balance of comedy.
I feel like they're doing it better in the second.
They are doing it in this one a little bit better. Like
the lightheartedness. I don't think they're capturing it.
Like no,
not
like
at all.
So you seen it, right?
Yeah.
You seen whenever he was fighting that thug for the first time, like
that was
that
literally it.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That was it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was more than just that.
Nothing else after
in
that.
the first Spider-Man trilogy, you had J. Jameson.
Yeah.
Right, and that was funny.
He was
in
that.
Yeah, because he was funny.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be coming back soon. I'm pretty sure, not the
Really?
second
But he
one.
ain't got no job.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in the third one.
He ain't got no job.
Yeah, Peter Parker's not even
ain't got
working
no
for the
job.
Daily Bugle.
Well, yeah,
He
in
just
the third one,
fucking
I'm pretty sure he's gonna.
Oh, third one, we gotta get his more.
Because
The end of the series, we got him working in the Bugle. Fuck it.
well, no, it's supposed to be 4 movies.
Well, my bad. The end of the series, second to the end of the series, I'm going in the Bugle. Join us in for like one movie. No.
That's the thing about these new movies, man. Like as Peter, he's pretty good. I mean, as Spider-Man, he's good. As Peter,
literally, when you play Spider-Man,
I like him better.
When you play Spider-Man, you're literally
playing
two people.
I know. I remember you was telling me. You should be like, you know what? They should just do 2 actors.
They just need two different actors.
Yeah, it seems
one
like
to be
it.
Spider-Man, one to be just
That's
Peter
weird
Parker.
though.
Because it seems
But
like
if
his
it comes
range.
to it, that's
Because
really what it is.
his range doesn't seem that wide. Like, if you see his Peter Parker and his Spider-Man, they're almost the exact same damn person. And it's just like, come on, man. You're supposed to have...
If we put it out there, Spider-Man was always Peter's outlet.
Yes, of course.
That's when he let loose.
Yes, of course.
Peter was a little bit more reserved. He wasn't like, uptight, thinking his ass and shit. But he was just like,
He was
timid. He was a timid nerd.
Like, I'm shy.
And in this new movie, he's...
But he's modernized. We've talked about
Yeah,
this.
he's modernized.
He's a modern nerd.
So he can't
it's kind of like...
Okay, modern nerds are, as weird as it is, they're cooler now.
Yeah, they're cooler.
Alright, so I get that. I get that. You know, whenever I was going to high school, that wasn't quite But...
Motherfucker,
like, oh,
get in this locker.
I can't even fit this shit. Like, what do you mean?
These some skinny ass lockers.
You want to get a squirrely, what?
Can't even pick me up. Shut up.
I mean, but you can still make him, and we talked about this, you can still make him a social outcast.
Yes, man. I mean, technically he kind of was, because he didn't talk to nobody but Gwen.
Yeah, he was like, hey.
He didn't talk to nobody but Gwen in that movie.
He didn't have no goddamn
like, he literally, he walked around the hallways, like, and then he got his skateboard. That's kind of like,
skateboard.
That's why I feel kind of like, I feel like I'm closer to that Peter Parker than the old one. Because I didn't have no friends, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go skateboard.
Give my skateboard.
I wasn't doing them awesome tricks, but I was skateboarding.
Alright, I can sort of see it, but it's just...
Skating on that what?
I don't know, man.
It's terrible. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with it.
What you mean, man?
I don't know. It's just
modern.
It almost seems like the essence of Peter's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Hard to bring.
Like, don't get me wrong. We got a nerdy, cool kid, as it were, but I don't. Where's the science nerd? Where's the book?
Let's put it like
bookworm?
this: if the world didn't change during the '90s, it'd be okay. We would have a perfect Spider-Man movie. But it's changed because even then, like if we go back to it, his first history anyway was like based off of shit in the '60s, which was pretty fucking weird itself. They called everybody that just didn't fight it fucking yellow.
But the thing is, here's the other thing: with this Peter Parker, where's the genius at?
They don't really touch on it.
They don't touch on it at all.
Fucking machines.
Yeah, like where's the bookworm?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna touch on this too, since like his parents were like fucking.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't like.
That's in the Ultimates.
No, I don't
care.
That was in the Ultimates. I give zero fucks. I don't want to hear about this bullshit with his parents.
I'm just saying it happened in the Ultimates, dude.
He's like
being like
zero
you can't
about
do
this.
that.
Why not?
This dude stupid. You can't just be mixing like main universe and ultimate universe whenever the fuck you feel like it. That shit just seems really awkward.
You gotta think about why they do that.
Batwing. You gotta remember, this is Sony and Fox we're talking about here.
They do what they want.
They don't give a damn.
They're not a part
but
of the comic book universe.
Where is this coming in? What is this stuff for Peter's parents in the ultimate universe?
They talk about it. He was supposed to be like, his parents were supposed to be like geniuses and shit.
Yeah.
That's not it though. See, the thing is, they keep bringing that up. His parents. It's not. It's something that's touched on.
His parents were scientists, apparently, according to the movie, right? They're like
they were
sort of secret scientists.
In the Ultimate too.
I guess, but and like, there's nothing that you stayed on. It happened. They died in an accident. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you went on the backstory about who they were just people. There was nothing really amazing about them.
I don't know, man.
They try
in the movie, they're
it,
trying to make it to where like these powers were not just like not just like random.
An accident.
Yeah, it wasn't really just an accident, which it kind of still was.
That kind of
they had a purpose,
and that still kind of pisses me off about it too. It's like,
why can't it just be a random act?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a kid.
They're saying that like they had a hand in creating these powers. Well, not creating the powers, but creating the spider. So I mean, that's not really that major. It's still an accident. He shouldn't have been at the fucking.
It's dumb.
That spider wasn't supposed to get out. He wasn't supposed to. Well, shit, he was supposed to be there. But shit, that spider wasn't supposed to be out of his cage. But it is what it is.
That shit's
and not only that, like now it's like Oscorp's been watching him.
Yeah, that shit is dumb.
And him and Harry, him and Harry were like friends like back in the day
when they met in fucking college.
Yeah. Apparently, like, they've never talked since until the second movie.
Oh, man, this second movie that's chronicling my life.
Whenever he's coincidentally going to be turning into the Goblin. It's just, man.
I think this movie gonna be great. I'm the hopeful. I think this movie's gonna be great.
You know what? I will watch it. Just like I watched the second one.
Yeah. But you said you're not watching it until it comes out on DVD.
Yeah, I probably won't watch it until it comes on DVD.
Horrible.
Going to the movies. But watching this. All three together.
But I'm probably gonna have the same feeling with these Spider-Man movies the way I had with the X-Men films. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good movies. But it's not, man, we've got Marvel Studios, and they're doing it perfectly. I can no longer accept these other movies.
That's the thing.
No.
If you're making a Marvel movie, if you're not close, they're going to cut your ass out. It's like,
yeah.
Like, if you're not close to the canon universe, then you're not about to make that movie. It's just not happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But then again, if you think about it, Iron Man, for the people that read Iron Man, it wasn't that close.
But it was close. It was pretty damn close. It was as close as you're gonna get.
Especially when that third movie, third movie.
Yeah, but if we're talking about Iron Man being captured and then has to build a suit to get out.
Well, if you talk about origin, sure.
Yeah, we're that's that.
But after that,
perfectly.
They just went wherever the fuck they want.
Yeah. After that, after that, you're just telling Iron Man stories. It doesn't matter where the hell you go with that. But the thing is that now we have a point of reference, right? We got the Marvel movies, and they're just knocking it out of the park. Yeah, and then whenever you have these other movies that are taking beloved franchises that have been around longer,
bigger franchises,
and they've been around long. Spider-Man's been around since
literally the '60s.
Shit,
the fucking '60s.
Yeah, fucking.
He is literally like what was it? He came around like after. He was there before Hulk.
Yeah.
He was there before Thor. He was there. He was
there around the same time Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he was literally there around like Fantastic Four, Captain America. I think maybe. He was before Iron Man.
Yeah, he was before Iron Man. Yeah, and then not only that, you have X-Men, which is a really old series, which are firmly established within Marvel. And you just have these two gigantic franchises, and whenever you have these two gigantic... And whenever Marvel's taken third-tier heroes and doing them right, and then you see these gigantic franchises that are just being just all kinds of fucked. It just pisses you off, man. You can't help it because your point of reference are these Marvel movies. You just can't help it, man.
We can sit here and talk about this shit all day.
Yeah, seriously.
But we ain't making these movies.
Yeah, we aren't making these movies would be great.
We're just contributing funds to Sony and Fox.
These movies would be great.
We're giving
everybody
our money
out
to Sony
there,
and Fox.
Everyone out there, don't go see these movies so they can be reverted back.
Movies, fuck that.
It doesn't matter.
Well, you gotta think about this too. I was reading some online. Even if they were to get these movies back, we wouldn't see a Spider-Man movie from Marvel or a Spider-Man movie or a X-Men movie from Marvel because they're only doing, from what I heard, they're only doing two comic book movies a year. Yeah, maybe a third smaller movie. Mm-hmm. So they have they already set their years up to 2028.
Yeah. Fuck me, yeah, I know.
So, we probably won't see a Spider-Man movie till 2028.
But here's the thing.
But
what
the movies are never
looses up and they just yo, fuck it, we gotta get Spider-Man production. Because that's a big motherfucker.
But they got so many characters they're about to
That is somebody you just can't ignore.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't get.
You would get it.
But we don't know
get
what
it
else
after
is coming down
Spider-Man.
the pipeline. See, we have no idea.
But you get it after.
But they do.
They say it's planned. But they can change it.
Of course.
They can mold the story.
They're just going to keep that same line going?
I would hope so.
No.
Well, yeah. Well, I think they are.
I want to see other than the main Avengers cast. I want to see a Doctor Strange movie.
And they are going to
I want to see
Speaking of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, if we can go back to this Cap 2. Talk about.
We never talk about.
Yeah, Skull. Yeah. They said, crossbones. I mean,
they did. They talked about.
That Hispanic dude that was fighting the little short Hispanic dude. That and then at the end of the movie,
Falcon?
Yeah, he's supposed to be crossbones.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then they mentioned.
That's why he was still alive at the end of the goddamn movie.
They mentioned Stephen Strange.
Yeah, they mentioned Stephen Strange.
They mentioned what was the other one? They threw someone else in there.
I don't remember. They threw a bunch of names out.
There was another one. Of course, they showed the Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Damn it.
No, let's talk about this bullshit.
You want to talk about the end of the...
I want to talk about... First of all, let's talk about Avengers. Let's talk about S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
The end of S.H.I.E.L.D.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
This shit here.
What
does this...
I love this shit.
How does this impact the Avengers?
Okay, so...
Because you no longer have a S.H.I.E.L.D. initiative. So the Avengers team, since they set up the movie like that the Avengers is based off of S.H.I.E.L.D. like that.
At this point.
But are they really going to do it? I mean, you just got people that aren't operatives no more. You don't know what the fuck Black Widow's doing. Hawkeye ain't been seen since.
As we know from Cap 2,
who the fuck knows what Thor is?
Black Widow went completely up against S.H.I.E.L.D. as well with Cap.
Yeah.
So she's still following Cap one way or the other.
In a sense.
Okay.
In a sense, she's still following
Because she's not following Nick Fury.
She's literally
Nick
hiding.
Doing whatever
she's literally fucking hiding. She's in hiding.
I mean, she's not really hiding as...
Okay, well fine. She's just doing her own thing.
Doing whatever she's doing.
Her own thing. Now, as far as Hawkeye, we don't know what the fuck he's doing.
We don't know what...
Because he's an operative too.
Right.
But the thing is that what I love about this...
You just lost a bunch of shit.
What I love about this, though, is that since S.H.I.E.L.D. is technically, now if y'all watching the TV show, S.H.I.E.L.D. is still kind of in there, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
you almost have to watch the show. It's just working so perfectly. I love it. Anyways, so it's like, so if you're paying attention to, that was the other character. I'll get to that in a second too. Yeah. So apparently, I was like, that's the other character I remember. Anyways, so they keep talking about. So S.H.I.E.L.D.'s practically dismantled for the most part, right? Hydra's a big old threat now. But now that the Avengers are kind of like independent, now
that was perfect.
Now that the Avengers are going to become independent, and they're mostly going to be based out of Tony Stark's building now they can recruit whoever the fuck they want. So S.H.I.E.L.D. has no say-so over who's in the team, how they work, whatever threat comes along, it's gonna be up to them, and that's what I like about it.
I feel like in the next Avengers
still,
movie,
like technically in the comic, aren't they still a part of Shield?
The Avengers?
No, because they've been funded by Stark this entire time.
Yeah.
They have
I mean, they get help every once in a while.
In the beginning, they were initiated by Shield, but it's like now they're being funded by Stark and his company, and they're based out of his mansion.
Yeah, I remember that.
So,
I just didn't remember when they like split. That was it. Because this split just seemed to erupt, like they just destroyed Shield. I don't remember Shield just being fucking destroyed. I think they just left.
I don't think that ever happened.
No.
What, in the comics?
Just Shield being destroyed?
No, hell no, because you also got AIM. AIM. And that's like a branch from Shield. Like Shield's very much active in the canon universe. That's for sure. But the way they're doing this now, I like the idea of the Avengers being independent because now you have you pretty much have an Avengers that can do whatever the hell they want.
I was hearing that.
He's going to be doing that. He's just going to be sitting back in his chair, giving voiceover.
I was hearing that we're going to start making Sword.
Oh shit!
That's what I was.
That would make sense because technically,
since Shield was gone, you have to make a new.
You have to make a new entity.
Yeah.
Sword.
Exactly my point.
That would make sense.
Because the Guardians, it would make perfect sense.
Where's the ground protection?
But you can.
Well, you gotta start them off. Start them off here.
Yeah.
Name whatever. Name Sword.
All right. Fine.
Start them off here and then they expand.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
It would make sense.
That would be perfect, man.
Yeah.
That would work really perfectly.
But they don't have no Sword initiative. They ain't got that even planned yet.
But the thing is, the only thing we know right now is that Nick Fury's gone, and that we all know he's gonna start.
No,
that's
what I'm thinking. Though. I'm thinking they're gonna just like restart Shield, pretty much.
Well, okay, all right.
No, not as Sword, just like Shield itself.
Let me get into the show for a minute, because the show kind of delves a little bit into this. All right, so. The show.
I heard they spoiled the shit out that movie too.
Huh?
That episode.
Oh hell yeah!
They spoiled the shit out.
It was like, oh, you ain't watched that movie? Tough shit.
Yeah, literally, like you can't watch the show unless you see Cap 2 because it spoils the shit out of the movie. Like, and this is why a lot of people are like, because they were talking about, they're not gonna renew the Shield show, and you know people were like, well. People haven't, because they said the ratings for that episode was really low.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, people haven't seen it because they haven't seen Cap 2 yet.
Yeah.
Because you can't watch that Shield without it completely spoiling Cap 2.
Like, oh my
so,
gosh.
yeah, like, holy fuck. Because, you know, in the show, they're talking about Nick's dead.
Yeah.
They talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. being infiltrated by Hydra. Like you fucking get everything in that show. Yeah.
What is this? Nick Fury dead? Hydra's infiltrated? What?
Like they fully
God.
expect you to have seen Captain America 2 that weekend.
You better go see this opening night.
Or at the very latest by Monday, right?
Yeah.
But so essentially, what's happening in the show now is so the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Coulson and his team end up finding out that Hydra has infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. Right. And then one of his team members had been reporting to Nick Fury this entire time, which Agent Coulson had no idea about, right? So apparently she was in charge of keeping tabs on Coulson because Nick didn't know how that serum that kept him alive was going to react with him.
Right, okay.
But apparently this also lent towards Nick being or having some inkling that Hydra had infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
so now it's like, so throughout that entire show, no one could trust no one. Everyone's like, I don't know who the fuck you're working with.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening
That's
here?
What I figured would happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was the big issue anyway. When they
exactly. Yeah, like who the hell can you trust, right? And not only that, man, in the show they were talking about the helicarriers being torn down. Yeah. Like they fucking give away the entire movie. Damn. They really do.
They basically we're in the movie too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're the background.
Yeah.
But so
the unimportant people.
So now this team, now you have a group of people that are trying to save S.H.I.E.L.D., as it were. and they're trying to sift out Hydra. Okay. So, like you were talking about, there's a portion of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's going to stay behind. Now, whether or not they're still going to be called S.H.I.E.L.D. at that point, I don't know. Okay. Could they be called S.W.O.R.D.? Maybe. That'd be badass if they did. Oh, that'd be badass, bro, man. I don't like Come on, dude.
It just makes sense,
It makes sense, man.
Well, I don't like the way that goes, because that touches S.H.I.E.L.D. and S.W.O.R.D. They don't
what better way to bring in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah. Okay, Guardians, yeah, but like you introduce S.W.O.R.D., like that's something that should be introduced after Guardians.
Oh, and let me also bring this up, right?
That's what I think.
So, in the show, they have S.H.I.E.L.D. bases around the world.
Yeah.
One of the remaining bases is in Africa. The beginning of Avengers 2 movie is set in Africa.
Oh shit, huh?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Come on, man. We could be getting our Black Panther suit, buddy.
I mean, hey.
Popping out. Smart as
fuck.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name, anyways? Chala? Chukua?
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Takala.
Takala? Is that how you pronounce it?
Takala, I think it's Takala. Literally, I think it's Takala.
I always said like Chukula or something like that.
They like say that drink. Shit in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, alright? Back when Storm and him were married, she mentioned it. It's like, yo, I gotta go get back to my Takala. I'm like,
Takala?
Who the fuck is a Takala? Oh, that motherfucker.
But yeah, so they've been hinting Africa a lot in the show and in the Avengers.
See, they gotta go ahead and go to Africa. What you don't agree they need to go to Africa to film that shit?
Oh my, I know. He's like, it's T'Challa.
T'Challa, man. T'Challa. We pronounce that shit all wrong. We don't know how that shit.
Yeah, are you sure it's not T'Challa?
Yeah, because that H can be like fucking silent.
They can be silent for all the hell we know.
Yeah, I always pronounce it T'Challa.
Nah.
T'Challa?
T'Challa. That shit sounds stupid.
You know what? Look up on YouTube how to pronounce Black Panther's name.
Bro, put this shit in Google Translate.
Yes, T'Challa.
T'Challa, no.
That's a weird ass fucking name.
Man, it is. I mean, but it's African, so I mean, whatever.
It's just T'Challa.
What, so you're saying all African names?
Yeah, look at
right.
Oh gosh.
I have some African friends. They got some. Yeah. One of my friends' name is Aziz. I'm like, why are you Aziz?
Yeah, why Aziz?
That's my boy, though.
Oh, my boy, S.A.
But all right, let's wrap this up, and then we're gonna start talking about comic books.
All right. So
and
then
at the end of the movie, we see Quicksilver.
Yeah,
we see their
experiments. I gotta ask you this. I gotta
so dumb.
Experiments. See,
they are.
But he caught them miracles. Science.
They've been experimented on.
Yeah, they were being experimented on. Yeah.
So I mean, it's fine.
I don't know how they're gonna. I'm still waiting. No. I'm still waiting to see how they're gonna explain.
Yeah.
These two having powers.
So they're part of
I still want to see that.
I want to see that.
I thought they was going to be on the team. I thought they was going to be on the team, but then it's kind of like, are they not going to be on the team?
Are the Avengers going to rescue them?
Why does Hydra have them?
That's what I don't know. I honestly believe
and are you really going to introduce Magneto's children without introducing Magneto?
Because you can't. Because you can't.
Yeah, they literally don't have the rights to.
That's exactly why I think they're experiments. I think they're just two random children.
Or
they tried to give them powers, and this what happened.
Or they're Inhumans. What?
I don't believe that shit.
Come on.
I don't believe that shit. I don't think they're going that route.
They're the children of Black Medusa.
I don't think they're going that route. Technically, that's still a.
See, but the thing is,
even an X-Men thing.
Even if they are experienced, what?
It's an
Inhumans? No, Inhumans is not an X-Men thing.
Something wicked this way.
No. The Inhumans is probably the one way the Marvel movie universe can explain people with random powers.
Yeah.
Honestly, because here's the thing, they have not introduced experiments that would create the powers that these two children have.
Right.
Technically, not in the Marvel movie universe.
No.
Every experiment that has happened,
but I
the
guess
Hulk, Cap, Abomination, Cap,
yeah,
Red Skull, And that's it.
I guess, like, when you put it like that, though, like, introducing mutants as Inhumans, that could be like a slap in the face to Inhuman fans.
Yeah,
it could be. That's why I don't think they're going that route. I mean, but who knows, man?
I don't know. Yeah,
we will see in this movie that comes out next year.
Maybe they will just be experiments. But, I mean,
that shouldn't be so weird.
I guess I won't be so pissed off about that.
I'm not as mad about it.
But the thing is, how does an experiment give a
But I'm just trying to figure out how they fit into these movies. I don't understand how they gonna fit.
Experiment gave fucking everybody else powers. Look at these accidents that happen. Gamma radiation.
Well, yeah, we just
Alright, yeah. Come on. That's true. Now here's my next question. Have you seen
just touch on or they can go the mythical route and just give them
magic. Because they
Doctor Strange.
Strange.
He comes in this. Wait a
minute. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
They can because technically,
so many options.
Technically, I always saw Scarlet Witch's powers as more of a magical power than a mutant power.
Okay.
Because let's face it, Scarlet Witch was a one character. Yeah, it's a hex. It's not even.
What kind of mutant power is a hex?
Not only that, why would they introduce Stephen Strange, or at least mention him, and then all of a sudden show the twins?
Show the twins?
I'm liking this so far. This is going to be fucking nice. Yeah. And then, and I would love to see the fallout between Iron Man and Magic. Because he could barely deal with the Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, since they royally fucked... the...
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. Panic attacks. But not only that, since they royally fucked... what's his name? Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
The actor dude, what was he supposed to be?
Fuck
my life, I can't remember.
The dude with the extremist powers?
No. Well, yeah, but the person he was supposed to represent in the...
you mean
the Mandarin?
The Mandarin,
yes. So, they royally fucked the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
True.
Because he was supposed to have magical powers. Yeah. He was supposed to be Iron Man's yin.
Dude, I forgot the Mandarin was even in it. Look, I didn't see Iron Man 3. All I remember was like they talked about Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
and then they said extremists.
Yeah.
So it was like
Mandarin was a
technically Mandarin's like a sorcerer.
Well, no,
I know what
in
he
the movie.
is. I know what he is.
He's like a
but he
figurehead.
has nothing to do
He was just a
theater guy. He was an actor.
He was
the Mandarin was an actor, and then the guy with extremists was
controlling everything.
Well, the guy with extremists, or the one that started, he went by the title of the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Which in Iron Man 3, I was like, what the fuck, guys? It was pretty terrible.
You're gonna introduce magical and not making magic.
Here's the thing: they also did a short, one of those Marvel one shots, with the guy with the Mandarin, the actual actor.
Yeah.
Right. So for some reason, they're extending his stay longer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and make him.
So my boy's Mysterio? What the fuck is this shit?
Well, what I'm hoping is that somehow they
give him magic
fix
powers.
It. Yeah, fix
they're
it
about
somehow.
to introduce this dude named Spider Boy since they can't use Spider Man. But Mandarin's gonna fight Spider Boy.
Because if they introduce
he's totally
magic,
Mysterio and that's Spider-Man.
If they they've already technically introduced magic into the Marvel universe with Thor.
Yeah.
So if they bring it into the world with Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Then you would have. And what if the Mandarin was his?
You know how ridiculous that is. What? You know how many magic people you have to introduce once you introduce Strange?
Yes.
Because his biggest enemy is a man who owns his own dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dormammu.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why.
Shimagura.
This movie is gonna be.
if
great they do it right.
If they do it right.
The Doctor Strange movie is gonna be really great if they do it right.
Remember, they're also introducing Iron Fist.
Boom.
Yeah.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist too. Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna be good.
But here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. 2028, son. It's all them movies. Dormammu movie. Power to Power.
I'm about to go watch that.
What you mean? I'll be watching.
Been having a
wife.
Watch Marvel movies forever.
I'm gonna be like 40 years old still watching Marvel.
I'll be 76 going to Marvel movies.
I don't give a damn.
Oh, my Sunday special.
I don't.
Iron Man X finally came out.
Oh man.
What?
Iron Man X.
Oh yeah,
Iron
right.
Man X.
Oh man, Civil War. You know,
about time.
Damn time. Oh yeah.
But that's the thing. Like if with Doctor Strange, they're gonna have to introduce magic into the Marvel universe. They kind of already did it with Thor. So to give Mandarin his powers that he's supposed to have, isn't that far of a stretch?
You're just being too ambitious.
Maybe.
Being too ambitious.
But I kind of just I want it
because
to happen.
I mean like.
The attempts on
magic,
they're gonna have Iron Fist.
They can just say no experiments. Or then we'll just have some like random bullshit where we won't even have these intergalactic fucking species coming to Earth and fucking with it, and we'll just have people on the planet that got taken over by parasites.
See, but the thing is, you can explain magic in a ton of ways. It doesn't have to be ippity boppity boo. Here's magic.
How do you explain intergalactic demons or deities?
Easy. They did it with Thor. They already did it.
But
they already did it.
But no, that's Norse mythology. This is just
it's
random...
the same thing. It's the same thing, man. Because if Thor's race is nothing more than aliens, that's all they are, with advanced technology that looks like magic to us.
Norse gods.
Huh?
They're all Norse
gods. They're an alien race in the Marvel universe.
They're Asgardians.
Even in the it's an alien race.
You go to Valhalla when you die.
It's an alien race.
They have an afterlife. They're not they are gods.
What? No,
this is essentially the same thing if they made like a Wonder Woman movie and had her like the way they got the Wonder Woman series going now. They're all fucking gods.
But in the Marvel universe, they're not. Technically, in the Marvel universe, even in the comics, they're not. They're an alien race technically, because you can get the Asgard, you can get to the Frost planet, or you can get to the Kree, and you can get to the Skrulls. They're all alien races, but the difference is that to humans they're godlike, and their technology is magic to us. So in the movie universe, they can technically say it's magic, but it's the Thor kind of magic we're talking about. It's just science.
Yeah, kind of point.
It's science so advanced that to us it looks like magic.
Science trumps magic. Get out of here.
Well, yeah.
Once upon a time.
Yeah. Once upon a time.
Go see Cap.
You gotta go see it. Yeah, there's a lot of
watch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Series.